Everybody, I've got a really cool project behind me. We haven't shown you this, but who doesn't love a Bronco? Who doesn't love one with 4 doors and a lot of cool billet? Let's go check it out. Well, here we are. We've got this really cool 1966 to 1977 Ford Bronco. I'm not sure actually what year it is because it's been completely modified. It's impossible to tell. So we just got this Bronco here a couple months ago, and it's been here in our shop. And a little bit of a story. We had this idea about a Bronco, 4-door, widen it a little bit, and the customer thought it was a great idea, so he kind of got that started. And honestly, we were super busy at the time, so he found pure Metal Fab Dan. He started this project, got all the Metal Fab looking pretty awesome, put their heart and soul into it, put a lot of amazing ideas. So we're gonna go kind of introduce you to that portion of it and all the cool things that they did. It's pretty cool. I'd say pure Metal Fab did a great job. Like, we're excited about it. We're excited to kind of team up with them and a little bit of a collab and get to finish it. So this showed up here. The owner lives here in Arizona. I think probably had been there for about 3 years, and I think he was hoping maybe he could swing in once a month and check it out. So he wants us to kind of finish it, do the body, paint, wire it, finish it, make sure everything's ready to go. So, but a lot of cool, super cool stuff. So you got these really nice contoured fender flares, super awesome. Everything's been, you know, lengthened, widened. I think we widened it 6 inches was the idea. And so it's been a while, 6 or 8 inches, but somewhere around there. So super cool bumper that was built. So check this out. Some really cool hooks, some tow hooks, designed a really nice billet light in there with rigid lights, so really cool. And then Dan was super good about giving us some things that we need to kind of finish up and wrap up for him as we kind of move on to the next phases of the project. So so he gave us a lot of a great start on this build. Dan did such a great job. So, but we did have Sean Smith here recently, and he was kind of helping us with a little bit of some of the final designs, wrapping this up. And so some things we kind of looked under here, and this was one of the renderings. We're kind of playing with some different ideas, maybe changing this little section right here. Everybody sees things differently. And so when you've been, you know, 2 to 3 years deep into a project, sometimes you get a little bit of tunnel vision. It gets really hard. And so we've got fresh eyes, we've got fresh energy. And so we're gonna hopefully, you know, wrap this thing up and bring it in, you know, to, you know, the level and quality that the owner's hoping for and that Dan originally was hoping for, and give us an opportunity to kind of finish that out. So a couple of changes we're probably going to make underneath here. Not much. We like it. Pretty cool. This is a Mercury motor, and this Mercury motor was sitting in a roaster shop, ours for chassis, and so that was purchased a long time ago. I don't know that Mercury is around now, so we've got some phone calls to make to figure out how this is going to work, right? I believe we know the right people to make it work, and we'll figure it out, but pretty cool. Check out this billet grill that was designed. Super awesome. 3D printed, these little fish scales, makes it look kind of cool. I like it. A little bit of balancing out, you know, again, you know, Dan gave us some messages, you know, from the past, you know, for us to kind of figure out. And so we'll clean it up. And we've got some little side markers we're going to put in here. Dan made the hood from scratch because obviously everything's widened, and so he did a good job with the hood. And he's got these Bronco mirrors on it, pretty cool. These are all powered. And so the hope is that we can, you know, install the controls so you can like adjust the mirrors as well. I don't think we're going to get the lane avoidance and all that stuff working, but you know, we can get it to where you can adjust the mirrors electrically. Got these doors, suicide doors. I don't think that one's powered up, but this one is. Pretty cool, just a little push button, opens it up. Very cool. Right now we're going through and we're kind of like gapping everything, getting the reveals looking good. We are going to change these door handles just a little bit. We got a little bit different idea here. This is part of working with Sean Smith, with him, kind of working that through. But check this out. So this is actually a really cool top they've made for it, but it's actually a hard top and it's fixed, right? This doesn't come off. And this is all like really super strong, and they built the structure of the roll cage built into the hardtop. So it kind of made it more safe and very heavy. This thing weighs 1 million pounds. So I'm anxious to actually, when we get done, put it on the scales. If I had to guess, it's probably 6,500 to 7,000 pounds. It's heavy. It's like a tank. So more fender flares, a lot of massaging in here. It looks super cool. He's got some really nice billet lights that we haven't got on, but we've looked at them and go in here, and you got a power distribution in here to go on and off. And then you got, I believe right here's the fuel filler. Got this piece of billet here, this liftgate hatch. We're gonna come up with some different hinges. These were temporary to begin with, or just to make sure they're functionable, but at the same time, we're gonna design some hinges in there and a couple of things there. So really cool. We're excited to be a part of the project, right? And we're excited to take it and take it to the the final steps of it, and it's gonna be cool. We got real cool seats inside. I can give you a little peek inside. This door, oh wait, it was already open. Okay, I just had to pull. All right, so check this out. A lot of really cool stuff in here. The dash was all custom made. I think Dan did a great job. I don't know what all these switches are gonna go to, but we'll figure it out. We'll make it do something. And so this will end up being, as you see it, it'll have some leather wrapped and some aluminum pieces. We're still trying to determine the color. We're trying to determine what's going to be leather wrapped and what's going to be, all put together. So very, very cool. We're excited to, like I said, be a part of it and to assist in it. And we're happy that we get to be back on the project again and hopefully get this done as quickly as possible, because I know the customer is anxious. We've got some wheels here that are temporary, so please don't judge us by these. The owner has said these aren't the wheels we're using, and so we're looking at some, maybe a little more custom wheel that will go on here. So we got some cool ideas we're playing around with. So hopefully we'll have a full-blown rendering here in the next 30 to 45 days to help kind of finish this off and help us understand, the full scope of it, and make sure we're kind of meeting the overall look. So that's it. Mystery project revealed. We're really excited to share it, and we're really excited to be a part of it. So a lot of fun stuff happening here at the shop, a lot of great projects, a lot of great clients. And if you're interested in having a project built yourself, go ahead and reach out to us. We can let you know our schedule. We can let you know what we can do, when we can get you in. We got 2 different platforms for builds. We've got our designer series, we've got a revival series. So whichever one fits you the best, we're happy to take you down that path. These designer series builds are limited. They are almost an invite only because we're super busy. So if you're really interested and you want a cool build, whether it's a car, a Bronco, a Blazer, a truck, whatever it is, a Mustang, we'll be happy to help you. But again, that's a little bit different program. We have that limited down to where just certain projects will make it in the shop for the designer series. So revival series, much more open, much more versatile, much more controlled. Obviously, I can't control your choices, but I can let you know if you're getting out of line. Instead of buying a $2,000 wheel package or buying a $15,000 wheel package, we can try to let you know that's going to raise your budget. But usually what happens when people get here, they're looking, wow, I want that. And next thing you know, here we are. It got way more expensive than they thought. So anyways, but that's hot rodding, right? Hot rodding is designing and creating things that you love and that you want to be one-off, you want to be yours, right? You want to look like everybody else's. And so that usually comes with a little bit of a custom price tag with it as well. So we're really excited. Please like, subscribe, especially if you want to see more of this Bronco. You don't want to miss out on the updates that we'll be doing on it. And we'll see you next time.